There's always a moment in your life, in people's lives, where something tragic happens, and in mine, something really tragic does happen. And to me, I thought to myself that the people around me would stay close to me forever, but I didn't. I didn't really know that something like this could happen. And it begins as so me and my family moved to United States. Me and my family moved to the United States, and not all of us came. And my dad decided to stay back in my country, Nigeria, just like lay some foundations down for my other relatives, and what's it called? Making sure that when he leaves, that everything is in good hands and he has nothing to worry about, so he doesn't have to come back and stuff. And as all this is going on, and as all this is going on, my dad, my dad was like a really special person to me. We were close, and I wish we would have been closer, but he decided to stay, help our relatives and stuff, and come to the shock. What's it called? The last time he came to the U.S. Was about a year, almost 2 years that he hasn't been here yet. And the time he came, he had fun. We made sure we went out to go do some fun to make sure that this moment he remembers, because he might not see us for a while. And as everything is going, we're having fun. Everybody's enjoying themselves, and it comes to the day when he's about to leave, and I thought to myself, why couldn't he just stay? Like, just be like us, you could just come stay here. He doesn't have to work anymore. But he said he has families that he has to worry about, so he went back, and as he was doing stuff back in Nigeria, we didn't know what was going on with him because he never told us anything. And come to the look of it, he had a sickness, and none of us knew about it. Even my mom. For once, I thought he would tell her at least, but he didn't, and we didn't know. And bringing something like this up out of nowhere would just hurt our family. And we didn't know he had a sickness. And what's it called? His doctor called us and said he has a sickness. He has a special type of sickness, and it's probably not treatable. And so he what's it called? He called. So our mom called our dad and saying that he was all right. He was all good, like acting tough and stuff. So we just let it go because I guess he was feeling fine, but I guess he wasn't, because the next day after, he was feeling a bit weird. He was feeling down, like everything on the world is on his shoulders, and I really do feel him. Like, he really had to take care of all his relatives because he was the one man that could do for all of them. And all that pressure on him was too much. Just was too much, and it had to come off at least, but it wasn't. And my family and relatives never wanted to help him. I just don't know why. But when this struck to me that he had a sickness, we were all worried, knowing that he won't be able to come. And what's it called? We called him and said he said he was all good, and everything was all right, and acting tough again. And then we went like a few months again, and we didn't hear from him for a couple of months. And usually that doesn't happen because he usually calls us, and he usually says hello before we go to school and stuff. And he didn't call for about 2 months, and we thought, oh, maybe it's just his phone bill he got to pay or something. But come to realize that he had just died. And for me, I wasn't at home at the time. At the time, and what's it called? When we came back, I saw my whole family crying. I was like, what is going on? And my mom took me to the bedroom and said, "Their dad is dead." And I was like, that's not possible. We just talked like a couple months ago saying that he was good. And then she told me, no, he's gone. And I was so surprised because I was in a good mood that day because everything was going well for me. Like, you couldn't ask for anything better. My job was going well. Everything was going well until this news hit me to the heart and found out my dad died. And as he as he as he was, to me, this was the most shocking thing. Like, this is something I would never want to hear. and I wish I never heard it, and I wish he was still here with me, but he's not. I just want to say that he was special to me, and I hope in God's name that he's up there see me do some good for him. And as he left us, and it came to mind that my mom took me to the room and said, it came to mind that you're not the leader of the house. Like, you have to man up. You have to man up, take care of the business. You have relatives back home that really need you. And usually you're supposed to be back to Nigeria right now, but right now you're getting your studies in. Right now I have to get my education so I can help my family and relatives back home, because this is the same thing he was doing. So my mom told me I had to man up, mature, get better at everything, know everything, and make sure you keep your relatives and friends close to you. Because we can't have this, because we just can't have anybody just separating from us. And she was right. So my life completely changed that day, because I was not expecting this, but I had to change no matter what. I had to change for my family. I had to change for my relatives. I had to change for everybody. And right now, I just want to thank God that I'm alive today. And all I want to say is that keep your keep your family and relatives as close as possible, and don't lose touch with them. And I promise you, everything will go well in life. And always keep the people you lose to heart, because they are never forgotten.